Good morning, Age of Origin. So, I do want to say we do have some video coverage of the new event, Wasteland Showdown. And I will, before I get into it, give a call out to Skull from 701 for recording this. And this isn't going to be a long live. We're just going to show some video coverage of what it looks like. And we'll go from there. For one, it does look like Elite War. Um, Obviously, this is what that looks like. Looks like an Elite War setup, but we'll go back, see if we can. So if you guys can see that, can you guys see this? See if we can zoom in. Wow, yeah, whoa, a little bit too much. Okay, so it looks like Elite War, right? And we'll get into some video right about. Guys, don't mind when they switch over into like Alliance chat. They recorded this for us for people to see, so don't mind that. Just keep watching. So it literally looks like an Elite War, right? But they fight it out, and I guess they use a bunch of items, and they show up there in the right hand side, the who's in first, second, and third. And it is not all alliances versus like playing together. It's literally one alliance versus one alliance, at least the first round wise. I did contact Camo about this and said, your wording is really off. You had everyone believing that you're going to have seven alliances battling it out with each other against six alliances. I mean, that was like huge for us, but no, and they yanked the freaking chain from us. But anyways, let's see if we can move a little forward. Don't want to show all the healing. Did it stop? I think so. Okay. So that was that. Let's get into the next one. Because there's a couple of them that they sent me. We'll get past this. So it shows all the rules. I guess this is when they first come in. Yeah, you see one versus one. You get the whole kind of polar looking BS. Verse 50 minutes long. And so I'm gonna pause this right. Hold on, I'm gonna go back and pause this real quick. So right here, you guys see the wins, right? So whatever team you're on, either Sky or Scars, the other player you're gonna be the other nation or the alliance that you're gonna fight, you can either win. So it's gonna just be like, well, Sky won 3 wins, so on and so forth. It's not what we thought it was going to be, but I do want to check this out because I mean, I like Elite War. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like the spending in it, the speeding, I should say. And I'm wondering if this is something that we're going to be speeding around as much as we do in Elite War. What do you guys think? Feel free to mic up, guys.
We got robbed.
We got robbed. We got robbed.
We
It,
already
bas-
have a
it,
lead
it
warrior, and you let
it
Camel know we
basically
have
looks
enough
like
lead.
Polar and Elite combined,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
which just means speeds.
Mean
Crap.
speeds. All right, let me fast through the comments. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if there was an abundance of speeds available to purchase. You know what I mean? Instead of here's 100 speeds, good luck. That's gonna last you 5 minutes. You better start using your gold. And I don't like that because I like to use my gold for other things. Oops, I gotta skip that whole. And yeah, like you gotta wait the timeline, which I'm not sure if I like that. Is it time? Is it the same time for all of them? Oh, what is this? Prism Strike. So what? You can add buffs why you're going. All right, let's get into another one where there's actual battles. Let's go 30 seconds ahead again. It's like Elite War. Like I'm
The
sure.
worst is there's items.
Yeah, there's items. Like I'm not. I don't want to talk shit about camo, but the developers, guys,
Crap.
stop. Do something. Listen to what we are saying to you guys. Stop. We already do Elite Wars enough. We don't need another one. You know what I mean? Like, guys, make it to where all the alliances can play together, not just one alliance. That like this, you just pop the biggest bubble you had going for. You had all these whales, Cameron, all these whales and nations so excited to be able to play with a different nation, and then you freaking pop the bubble. So we're, what is this? Hold on, hold on. What was that? Did you see those stats? Are these the, look at this. 400 across the board. Now, obviously, this is like it has to be a defense. Okay, these are defense troops. Okay, so remember the ancient battlegrounds, guys, when they were saying each level is a harder. I think this is exactly what that's going to be. So you got to fight like how Polar is. You got to fight to get into there. This is interesting. Let's keep going. Defensive troops, 900,000. S1. Are they not going to show the battle? Oh, okay, light mode's on. And you can speed, of course. Can't forget that. Now, I'm wondering if this is like, I wish they showed if this was them or is this two different alliances fighting right here? 6 to 9, 6 to 10? Or is it like they're just fighting for this building? I really wish I knew.
They're trying to fight off them tears for being upset.
Right. All right, let's see if we got another video. We got, I think, one more video, maybe two. So there's at 6 to 10. Now, what is this timer? That's what I'm wondering. What is this timer? 27 to 27. Okay, so they do fight each other. 72 versus 701. That's kind of a big jump, don't you think? Nation 72 versus Nation 701? That's a big jump.
I wonder if those timers are like when your fleet dies, you have to wait a certain time before you like come back or something.
Well,
You
wait,
see how everybody coming out? There's like a respawn timer.
yeah. But the question is, did they die? Because you see, no. Let me back that up a little bit. Look at that. Look at the skull. Where'd it go?
But
Okay.
that timer right when that timer ends, you see everybody come back out. I wonder if like if you die, you have to wait till like a certain time you can send out again, so people can't just beat everywhere, die, and then come back.
I mean, I hope. What I read is if you pass this level, you can proceed to the next with the same fleet. Now, if you die, obviously, I'm thinking the whole thing. Elite War. You go back to fill your troops up and keep going. So I'm wondering if these guys died by seeing these skulls here.
If you like scroll back, you see them timers like the seconds counting down,
Yeah.
like right there. I wonder if like you can only send every 3 minutes or 10 minutes or 5 minutes, and if you die within that, you have to wait till that next respawn timer because right when that timer ended, everybody started coming out of base again.
You know what? Yeah, you're absolutely 100% right. I wonder. Yeah,
I wonder if that's to keep it from like a whale just feeding, just suiciding his fleet, and then just going back to base and doing it over and over again.
I'm wondering if it has to do with the new parachute. Maybe
yeah.
there's a certain timer that you can to use the parachute.
That's what I was thinking too. Because I'm looking at the parachute right there. Um, so you don't just go jump, 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 jump all the way to the enemy. Maybe there's a timer to where you can use your parachute. I don't know. Let's continue. But yeah, I see that they start coming out again. I feel like the definitions of this game should be more defined than what they've given us. I don't know. Anyone in here that was in it? Might not necessarily this one. Okay, so you see them battling off right here. Skip through that. It's slow walking too. Oh my god, yeah, I can only imagine. And for 50 minutes, you don't even get to see how much gold you have. That's the worst right there. Is you don't see how much gold you're using. You're just going. All right. Try to get past the. Bless you. Good morning. Need a cigarette? So let me ask you guys. After you see this, are you guys at least going to try it once?
No.
No.
The most unimaginable or unimagined event they've made so far. They put no effort in this game.
They didn't. I agree. They didn't
That's
put no.
disappointing.
They, I think
More
they
and
did
didn't
all
upgrade
out.
is all they did.
It doesn't look like anything on Wasteland or anything like that.
This looks like a more expensive version of Elite War.
Yeah, Elite War with buffs.
They called it well, Wasteland. Waste.
Waste your wallet. I wonder, like, I wonder what were they thinking? Like, let's just use one of the events that we already have and just try to put it on steroids and see what we can get out of it. I mean, that's kind of my thoughts about this. I mean, I would love if it was to the point where you can play if you can play with other alliances, that would have been game changing right there. I think everyone would have been playing it every single time. But this is kind of disappointing with this.
The only thing that makes athlete is at least
Holy cow.
3 other alliances.
I couldn't hear a word he said. I don't know. I think just because as a
Extremely
YouTuber,
disappointing.
yeah, as a YouTuber, I'll do it once to show you guys full screen. But if this is like how often Polar is, yeah, you won't catch me doing it again. Which I think it is going to be just as often because I think that's their goal. I mean, and the thing is, you can't attack the base. You just got to collect as much points as you can. Versus like Elite War, you attack your base and end it in 5 minutes if you have the opportunity to. You know, no, you're stuck doing it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this.
It seems that they just want to hold you there like for all the time of the match and keep you spending and spending. So they're sure that you're gonna spend for all the match.
I agree with you. Like, I think like if you are going to do this, guys, you might want to just slow walk stuff and try to not to use your gold, your speeds, and so on and so forth. Just slow walk it if you do plan on doing it. Obviously, we already know that there's going to be some alliances that are going to be very competitive and they're going to speed around. But if you're not that alliance, just walk it and see what you can do. Because we all know 50 minutes of speeding around. Well, we all know how much it can cost doing it for 45 minutes straight. That can be like 500,000 gold easily speeding around. So in this case, I would just walk around unless you got that competitive edge, and you just know that you you can't attack that they're the enemy city. You got to keep going. So might be
I
safe.
think we need to figure out also what's the prize, if it's worth or not.
You repeat that? What?
We have to figure out what's the prize at the end of the event. If you win, what you get.
I thought we went over that before.
Hmm.
I thought that the actual prizes were actually decent. They gave you speeds, they gave you stuff for your titans, your planes. Like the rewards were
But it's
decent.
another merit set. It's another merit base, right?
Correct.
And I think what it does is for the younger nations, it gives them more merit earning events to catch up to for your rank compared to the older nations that are already high up.
But
That's all
on,
it does.
but on the other
What
hand,
time are we going?
holy cow!
Not right now.
Yeah, not right now. Half past a monkey's ass. That's what time. Holy cow, that was loud.
But I think that's all it does for the younger nations. So I guess they can have people, or they know that people are going to spend in the younger nations to play it at least initially. But I mean, we've been around here long enough that we already know what this is going to end up like. So I'm not trying.
I'm only gonna do it
I'm
probably. I'll do it
not sure
once.
who's ever played an Elite War to the max, but an Elite War to the max is stupid expensive. So imagine that in this.
Yeah.
I can show you Elite War to the max. Literally you're speeding around the entire time. Speaking of Elite War,
And you're only going to get what, 900 on the max?
yeah,
So, and here's the crazy thing: you could spend half that, but if you're in the top 20-ish or so, you'll still pull anywhere between 500 and 700. So
yeah,
to get to the top for 900 is so much more expensive for very little or marginal more merit. You know?
yeah. Like here's this is up against the Dre Alliance, which is they came in tough. But I mean, and we're not all speeding. Imagine we're just like in the ranks 60s. You got some of these nations that are straight speeding the entire time. Like they're not stopping. Like you see how let me slow this down just a little bit. You see how I'm speeding around, everyone else is speeding around. They're all doing that. Like so, and if it lasts 45 minutes, I mean, you're talking about good $500 right there easily in speeding around.
Well, you see the face of the Elite War rankings have changed.
Wait, what?
Yeah, a lot. It's completely different now. If you look at the rankings.
Hold on. Let me. After this, I will go in there and we'll take a look. Yeah, a lot of people. I told Camel last night that like, look, I'm going live and we're gonna talk about this, and I can't promise you that people are gonna like what you guys just did because right now people are a little upset, and I'm not supposed to talk about it, but people are upset about mergers not happening, and then this if the wording made it look like, and a VIP made it sound like you're going to have alliances you're going to be teaming up against with them against other alliances, which kind of like relieved the whole no merging part of it, and people kind of like, I mean, they didn't forget about it, but they were like, okay, well, I mean, we'll go try this, they weren't too worried about it. But now you find out what's going on, that it's one by verse one, that just makes the whole merger point even more freaking people more pissed off about it. Yeah, you guys, you see, like Elite War, like you're speeding around. The entire time you die, you start backfill and go, and you start all over again. And of course, you got the slow walkers. That's your kill team. Um, but you're literally your speeders they are pushing them back so your kill team can get forward. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at
I
all.
prefer I prefer to save my speeds for frenzy and void.
Oh, I agree. But when you get into ranking, like we're at top 100 ranking, there is the people don't like losing, and they know
No.
they speed. And this is guys, this isn't even really speeding that much. You go against some of these alliances, you got every one of them speeding back and forth. Like if you want to win, it's going to be very pricey,
Yeah,
very pricey.
definitely will be.
Yeah. Like you see how we're speeding. Imagine everyone doing that the entire time. That's yeah, definitely trying. Anyways, we'll get out of this. Now you said that things have changed in the Elite War ranking.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
oh. Well, no, you talking about the badges?
No, the people who have gone up in rank.
Well, 219's always been like first or second, but 621, wow, they're right there in second place. Ooh,
Yeah, ED1's been regulated to like fifth or sixth now,
yeah, sixth
something like that.
place. Yeah, sixth.
Yep.
Nation 30, 255, and 269's already passed them. And look 425 is down there in eighth place. They're creeping up. 555 though, that's another alliance you got to watch out for. And everyone speeds in there. Like or 693, you got Ronaldo and Treehouse speeding around. 567, you guys speed around, and you got power to back it up too.
We just had Ronaldo in Polar, and it's kind of ridiculous uh, what they do. I saw the strategy. They take over everything.
Yep.
Everything.
Yep.
Insane.
And as soon
So good.
we went against 555 a couple months back, right? And their strategy it is, yeah, they take over everything. So they'll take your stuff, and they'll leave their whales or big whales sitting there
Mm-hmm.
waiting in the base for you to take it back, and they'll speed right back in, kick you back out.
Yeah. So my
That's
strategy was just to take over one of the top three places. So ended up at third while another guy was trying to fight for me for third. I was like, we're not going to win this, but one of you guys are not getting third place.
one of y'all are not getting third.
So that's what we did. Yeah, 2 POW and then 1 day.
Yeah, that's dude. Powell, they're very strong. You got mega spenders there, and
Yeah,
like
it's ridiculous.
it is. I mean, to go against Treehouse and Ronaldo at the same time, that's I mean two max the counts. Like one versus one, I could see someone be able to have some fun with it. But now you're talking about two max the counts, and the other ones behind them are not that far away from it. So I don't know. I do not want to reach that point. We've already hit a wall. Like we got who is this 756 dead or alive in an hour and a half, but they're only ranked I think 90 or 119. I think they are. What are they? Yeah, 119.
Yeah, they just lost to us last week.
I don't even know if I'm going to be awake for that. I mean, that's an hour and 14 minutes. I gotta sleep. So, what is you guys' your take on this?
Unless you're
Yeah,
a big spender, I would skip it.
yeah. I'm
I
not.
missed the first
Oh,
couple minutes of you doing this. What
No,
is it exactly like?
it's like Elite War and Polar put in together. Here, I'll go over it. A couple more videos. The videos again.
I think maybe if we all stick
Yeah,
together.
let's just start over for Bryce only.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead.
well, for
Yeah.
other people that's not watched or
Nah,
seen.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, it's like Elite War, but on steroids. Now you can use buffs and You only get 1 million troops. Now my question is, are these troops that are like a C-34? Are they going to be able to have T-13s as well? Because that's the
Is
case, it's going to be kind of. I'm already salty about that.
is there default troops in those bases already?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
there is. So you got to beat them and then hold against your enemy.
Just think of Polar and Elite Wars having a baby.
It's one ugly baby.
Very, very ugly baby.
Is there like attack the main base, win like Elite War, or do you have to hold as
Nope.
many bases?
You got to hold as many bases as long as you can for 50 minutes.
Oh God,
Yup.
that's disgusting.
Yup. It is. It really is. 50 minutes worth.
And the whole map is available from the beginning of the time to the ending of the time, not like how Polar it comes in sections.
There's a video. Let me double check. I think it is available. Or no, it's not available. There's a countdown. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on.
That didn't look like
Yeah,
too
right
many
here. Right here.
alliances.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right there is a countdown. Let's see if it shows more. Yeah, so it's
So
a.
Polar into an elite, and it's literally Polar into an Elite War map, though. No.
Yep. And these are guys. These are the kind of maps that can handle 600 people easily, because they're not like based like how a GC map is or a regular home local map. This is just a solid map. That's it. Like just racing around, completely different. This could handle that many people easily, and they just didn't do it. I don't know.
That map looks pretty empty. How many alliances are in that?
Just two. One versus one. You got Nation 7-1 MHR versus OGG Nation 72. That's it. It's like Elite War.
So it's not all 13 teamed up.
Nope. As we thought it was going to be, and like how the VIPs said it was going to be, it is not. And I think that's what a lot of people are upset about is that we specifically asked the VIP it, and they gave us that. They gave us that. Let me see if I can find it. Um,
Yeah, Tips VIP had it.
yeah,
Yeah. What a big letdown.
yeah, I agree.
Fire.
I think part of the reaction is, why do we need this event? What niche is this or need is this event filling? And I think it's showing some significant tone deafness to the concerns of the player base to be pushing out new events on top of what we already have, instead of dealing with some of the fundamental issues of parity, and merges.
I agree.
I guess, like, I understood some of these events come out, they're different. Like Polar was different, right?
Yeah, that was
But
100 completely different.
this event doesn't seem different enough to make sense unless they're going to replace a legacy event. And at a certain point, you keep replacing things. Like Chaos Lands got replaced effectively by Ironblood.
Yep.
The thing that made Chaos Lands so great, though, was that everyone could use tickets to speed, and that's what engages participation. And I think that there's a lesson to be taken from that. The whales are going to spend on whatever items get added to an event. But if you include a mechanism for everyone to speed around and be active, then you're going to get the benefits of the whales purchasing whatever gold item comes in, but you're also going to get the benefit of other people playing, and it becomes more fun and it engages people, and that in turn promotes organically more engagement and more spending on the game.
I agree.
But I think the bottom line is what function does this event serve? How is this different than what we've already had? Why do we need this event?
I completely agree, 100%. Let me ask you, being that that was said like that. If it was to the point where you can play with other alliances with other people in the same alliance and actually be able to play exact same time, uh, at that point, wouldn't it be worth it? Like I would fucking love that.
Yeah, I mean, I think some sort of new mechanic that was different, that there would be more interest and there'd be more willingness to try. But this doesn't seem to add anything to the game in terms of functionality. It's not really that different of an event. It just feels like a money grab.
I just hopped on.
Exactly
Sorry,
what
guys.
I was thinking. Cash grabbing all the time more.
I just hopped on. What? So you can't all fight together. So what is it just like? It's like an
It's
elite war.
just like Elite War.
So I'll give a different point of view for Big Bird, but I'm not saying I believe this, but I think they are actually trying to balance. So like in Elite War, there's only one nation that can be number one, right? But this new event has like seasons, and so you can kind of win within your season without moving to the top 100 of Elite War and then basically being stuck. Like you can't move. Like I'm not going to be past 621 probably ever. So this event lets me fight people kind of similar to my power, and also it does the troop limit thing. So nobody's going to join. Lead God's not going to join with all of his troops, and everyone's getting T13. Like I think they're trying to accomplish balance. I'm not saying they're succeeding, but this feels like we know we can never have a nation 1000 challenging for the top of Elite War, but instead we can create this new thing where everyone feels like they have a chance, and everyone has the best troops, and everyone has limited troops. And I mean, I'm not saying they're doing it right, but I think they're trying to do the balance, to be honest.
Oh,
I think that's a fair. I think that's a fair point. My concern is that, yeah, I mean, I think the second point is that it doesn't really add anything in terms of mechanics or strategy. I think, having multiple alliances on a team, that idea was interesting, and that would have been new. But if you're going to come out with new events, I'd prefer that they would be innovative. I understand the troop limit. I don't like it personally, but I understand it. I understand how it balances. And I think that Camel is going through, some of these maturity questions where the game is older. We have a much wider spread of nations. So I understand some of those mechanics within the event, but I just don't think the event is innovative at all. And I just don't think it really adds anything to the game. Maybe with some changes it could, but I think adding new events that don't really push the game forward or innovate, while at the same time dealing, everyone's focus is, are merges ever going to happen again? And I think, again, I've said this before, I think just communicating better would solve some of Camel's issues on that. But my main issue with the event is that it doesn't really add anything to what we've already got. Maybe with some changes it could, but I hear your points though, Holbrook.
So
No, I would strongly prefer the group attack, and I hate that I can't take my troops. I'm not excited about this, but I think they're going to retire Elite Wars, and this is going to be the new thing that is, in their opinion, better balance, which stops people from complaining about merges. I personally don't like this at all. I'm just saying I can
Yeah,
see maybe where they're going.
yeah. I think it would be a huge disappointment for me personally if they got rid of Elite Wars. But yeah, I think that's a real risk.
Well,
I mean,
here's
621 has.
here's hold on. Here's another thing I want to point out. So these are the troops that they have. This person that has. I don't see T13s. These are regular troops.
I don't know, nobody's
Unless
on
unless he didn't
blade.
buy the T13s.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's possible, but
I mean, if you're Camel, are you going to give people T13 so that they waste all their heals?
Oh my
Maybe
god.
they have to use the magnets to purchase them.
Maybe that's what it is.
The first tier is just T12, and the second tier you have to buy the T13s, just like in Iron Blood or
But
Polar.
I'm not really seeing where you can buy troops at. Cuz like in Polar, they had them, right here with the countdown. I'm not seeing that.
Just out of curiosity, do you think they could be trying to combine Polar and Elite Wars to make room for a different platform that they might be trying to bring to the game?
I mean, I'll be honest with you, man. I don't know. With Camo nowadays, I don't know what their thinking is, and what phase of the game they're trying to bring into this. But if they plan on keeping this, then they're gonna have to get rid of Polar. They're gonna have to get rid of something because there's literally main events every single day, and you know what? At that point, I'm done. I'm walking away because I've had too much. Like I love the game. Don't get me wrong, but my wallet don't like it.
I'm
Woody, I
purely
think this,
guessing. Go ahead, Bryce.
I honestly, this is what I honestly think is going on, and I could be wrong, but I think Camel is just trying to come out with more events to try to see which nations are going to spend because Camel's not stupid. They know a lot of nations pick and choose their events that they're going to compete and spend in. Not everybody can do GC, right? Not everybody is a void nation. Not everybody's an elite. Like everyone, like literally, some nations only pick certain events, and maybe they're just trying to motivate those nations to get active and spend a little more in a new event. But other than that, I don't see any logic in this event already. Like this is like you just said, it's too much. You're not giving anybody time to rebuild their gold. It's just it doesn't make sense.
I think they're going the other way. I think they want to retire Elite War and they want to retire GC. I mean, if you're in GC right now and you're not in one of the top 8 nations in the game or whatever, you have no chance. So you're not going to play. Versus
I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that.
right, versus Polar, I can actually win every single round without having to be number one. I never go home a loser. I'm happy with the game. I mean, I think, and also, if they get rid of GC and Elite Wars, what's the point of having a bunch of troops?
Oh man,
I mean, you're not wrong.
only kill event would be beneficial then.
That's right. And even then, it's kind of nice to just hide troops and kill. I could see a future where the whales kill off their troops because there's not really a point.
I don't know if people will kill them off, but I don't think maybe they'll just stop recruiting.
I mean, you could just go wild and avoid, not worry about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not. I hope Camel's listening to this, but so your players are not liking what you're doing right here. I get like what you both are saying. Trying to weed out the Elite War / GC, but again, you have to, Camel. You have to put something to the point where um, you have to engage the people, the older people, the newer people. You have to give us something that is gonna keep us so interested from years from now to continue to play. Uh, Stuff like this. I mean, Elite War. This is what I see. This is just Elite War.
Yeah, but if they have Elite War with Polar style season ranking, then people can feel good walking away from it. Like, it's awesome that 621 can probably, on any day, can maybe win an Elite War, but I'm never going to win against them. So I'm always going to complain to my VIP, and I'm always going to say I need a merger because I need parity, because I also want to compete in Elite War.
Well, yeah.
And by pushing us this way, they basically eliminate that whole conversation. Just if you never had Elite War and you never had GC, would you even care that much about a merge? I mean, you still would. You want that 100% attack. I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the average nation is going to stop caring about a merge, which I assume they want Probably everyone's complaining about that, right?
Oh, I mean, everyone is, but I mean, I think the reason why people are complaining about the merges is because who they merge people with. Like, for instance, you have certain nations that got super merges, and then you put them up against a nation that got a shitty merge, and it's like, well, how do we compete against that? Like, you just merge a nation that's got four C41s with another nation that's got four C41s, and now you're going to put that eight C41s against us when we have one. Like that, it doesn't like that's I think what people are like. There's no competing. Like you stay bubbled. That's all you can do.
I'm with you, but people also move nations, by themselves. And so no merge is going to create a great eternal balance. So they either have to have more merges to continue to rebalance. But then if you're a camel and you care about the number of players and you know a merge eliminates a certain amount of players, the idea of merging more often to eliminate more players may look bad on the balance sheet. So you may go the opposite way. Try to reduce the number of mergers, which means no parity, which means you need new events.
What if they just gave the golden ticket to everyone? I mean, there'd be a price behind it, probably a pretty wealthy price, to once a year just uproot where you're at and go somewhere else. You don't
I
need,
still just want the splits. I want the merges and splits. Give me like 2 merges a year and then give me a split. So like I get that they don't want to just keep merging everything until we're all in 2 nations, but they could do splits. There's a balance for merges. It just doesn't feel like they want to go that way.
Yeah, I mean they got 1,330 nations now, 31 nations. I'm sorry, they got enough nations to merge people around and push people. Especially if they're only doing two at a time.
But if you run a business, Woody, you have customers. Some of them may not be spending anything,
That's
but you're
true.
probably telling your investors like, look how many customers we have, knowing that a bunch of them are not real. There's no reason Camel's not doing the same. But if they merge nations and those casual players just stop logging in completely, then they can't use those same numbers for their investors. Like I hear you on the gaming side.
Right.
I'm thinking about the business side of why they're pushing us in a direction that some of us are not excited about.
What I don't understand, you guys, is merges have actually proven to be more profitable for them. I mean, my nation, for an example, 904. I mean, these guys just got a merge, they got more happy, and they just started spending. Like it's been proven that merges make them more money. It's just weird that they're falling behind a little bit on that. Maybe they do know it, and hopefully the next merge list is that list where everyone's like, holy shit. It's like 120 merges or something. I mean, that's what the community is hoping.
I think, though, to the earlier point, that it depends on what, if you're looking at it from a balance sheet perspective, it depends on what numbers your investors care about. If they care about profit per player versus overall users, I mean, different focuses, to Holbrook's point, would, from investors, would push the company one way or another from a business perspective. I hear what you're saying, Holbrook, about not needing mergers if certain events were removed. I think the other aspect, and this is again a gameplay thing, not a business thing, is that it's an oversight function from Camel that, to kind of balance, because otherwise what will happen is if effectively mergers are not going to happen, then you're going to see a rush and a consolidation of players to certain nations. And I think that Camel needs to appreciate that even though short term not having mergers keeps your player count high, long term, it's going to create a dramatic downturn in number of players.
Yeah.
That's the way I would frame it if I were trying to convince Camel to turn on the merge spigot again.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little like, look at this. So within the 5 years that they had this, we all know who this is. I mean, the numbers they go up. You can always tell. This is when C38 came out, C40, C41 came out. if we're talking about like stocks, it goes up. Whenever you see a spike, that's when a new officer comes out, so on and so forth, or whatever something new is. I mean, they're up. Like,
I mean, I'm with you guys completely on the gameplay, so I don't even really want to speak up. But just from a business perspective, like think about if you're a professional tennis player, you
Right.
lose every weekend, and you get tired of losing to whoever's on top every weekend. But that's literally your job, is to just go lose every weekend with the hope maybe someday you might win one of them, and that's our job. Nobody wants to do that in their spare time. Like nobody wants to play GC knowing they're going to lose to 425, 621, whoever every single GC. It's supposed to be fun. So I'm sure there are a bunch of players who are like, yo, I'm not here to play this game just to watch people cry about GC twice a year for 6 weeks a year and then go do, whatever, like not move their city, donate, whatever word we're using today. They would rather stay with their friends. And I'm just going to name a random nation. I don't know who's in this, but like nation 1, 2, 3, 4. If they know they can never win GC ever, maybe their spender leaves. If they know that there is no GC and they're winning Polar and they're winning this new event, maybe that spender doesn't leave because the nation's winning events and they don't care that they can never beat 621 because they never see 621.
Yeah, that's definitely a good way to look at it.
I'm definitely devil's advocating. I hate all of this. I want to win GC and I want to win Void, but I'm just giving you guys another perspective.
I mean, like I want to win GC and Void too, but like even at like where I'm at right now, I know it's not possible for my nation to win a GC because we're single emerged. We don't have the amount of people that are active to participate versus a nation that's got 2 merges with literally, we'll just say 4 nations inside of it, or even if not more. That's it's just no contest at that point. Like, what do you want me to do? The only way I can compete is if I just continue to spend till I'm maxed out and hope to God my other teammates do the same. And even at that point, like numbers, we all know numbers is what everything is about. See, wait, hold on, right here. Look, they do not have T13s in there. You're using your regular troops.
And maybe that's the compromise, right? Woody has T13s. There's a reason to be C41. Let him have his better troops for this event. I mean, I think what Camel would say, again, I don't feel this way, but what Camel would say to your complaint, Woody, is quit worrying about those other events and play Polar. You can definitely win Polar with the team that you have now. By the way, did you see you can get way more merit in Polar? I know that's not what you want to hear, but I bet that's what they'd tell you.
I guarantee that's what they'll say. 100%.
Woody, I don't want to speak. I mean, the person that I was about to bring up is in here if he wants to speak, which is God from 923. But last season GC, or one of the seasons, he brought up to the VIP, like, you're not giving us a merge, and you're putting us in this bracket with these merged nations, these super nations like 925, 904. So he told him, how do you expect us to compete? And the VIP responded, you just need to get your people in your nation together. Like, that was such a ridiculous response. Like, are you stupid or are you stupid? Like, what are you talking about? Like, 925 has 6 nations in it with, like, how many big spenders? And then 904 had, like, 3 mega wells. And you're telling this nation to get the people together? Like, you can't get people to force to spend on the game.
No, you can't.
You know what I mean? That was just a ridiculous response.
We're up against 575, which has 9 nations in there. 9. And we're up against them. So I mean, yeah, their freaking score is like.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna get all of our farmers to just supposedly be strong and help us fight? Like, that ain't gonna do shit.
Now, don't get me wrong. This is a lock nation, so we're gonna go ham. We're gonna go ham in there, and we're gonna have some fun because we all know about lock nations.
My point is, participation isn't key, but I don't care if you're going up against a merge nation, you're not, and they have more spenders. Like, I've seen 858, just 30 of them smash 60 people.
Yeah.
because they're merged and they're stronger. So it's like you can't tell me, oh, I need to get the people in my nation together. Like, no. There's a difference between spenders and farmers and people that actually make a difference. You know what I mean? It was just a ridiculous response. That's all.
The whole copy and paste, right?
Maybe
I mean,
something that would be useful for this group is, we're talking a lot about gameplay issues. I think Holbrook is devil advocating some smart business responses. I mean, maybe the thing that the group needs to do is figure out how to frame what we're saying for gameplay in terms of a business reason and explain how the gameplay will correlate to some of the business concerns that have been raised. Because I hear, I think we're all on the same page on like what should happen, but we have to figure out a way to frame it to Camel in a way that they will hear and actually make some changes. And that's hard when you have a diverse group because we can't all agree on what needs to happen or what should happen. But I think that could be a useful exercise for us at some point, if not today.
I think I agree with what you're saying right there. And so, like when you talk to a business, any kind of business, not even just gaming business, the way you got to bring it up to them is how are they going to profit from it? Whatever your idea is, how are they going to profit from it? And that's just being real. No business gives away shit for free. So how can we change? How can what we say in what they can understand? How could they profit from doing what we want them to do? You understand what I mean? And I think that's probably exactly what you're talking about too.
Well, Woody, do you think they're testing this to actually delete Polar and Elite and become this, so we would have less events?
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I don't know. I mean, it's a good possibility, but the way Camel's been just dropping things into the game left and right, I don't know. I mean, 3 officers within less than freaking 6 months. That's
Crazy.
That's unheard of. Officer equipment, that's unheard of. Like most games, most mobile games, when they drop something like that, it's going to be like once a year they'll drop like an officer, and that's it. Or a new city level and a new troop. That's it. That's all you get, and people are happy and content with that because people can catch up to that and they can figure out how to do it. Now it's like as soon as the whales get maxed out on something, they drop something else for those mega whales. Like there is no catching up, guys. No catching up. And
I agree with what you just said, Woody. I don't like when people are talking about the catch up. Like there is no catch up. There's no one's catching up. I'm telling you right now, at the rate that they're dropping stuff, nobody's catching up. So people thought officer equipment caught people up. No, it didn't. Because if you spend a certain amount and that's all you can spend and somebody else is spending more than you, you're not catching that guy.
no, you're not.
You know what I mean?
He's just slowly walking away or running
Yeah,
away,
it's
or
like
running
I don't
away.
understand how people are thinking, oh no, I can catch up. I got stronger. Well, guess what, buddy? I did too. And I got even stronger. So it's like, no, that's not true.
Let me put a perspective of this. Okay, I spend about $4 to $5 a month, in this game. Okay, USD, and people are just blowing past me, which I'm not ready to dump more. And with these other events, if they don't get rid of the old events and then keep bringing these new events and new officers, I think that's trying to push me to spend $10 a month, which I won't do. No, I will literally walk away and let someone else run this city. Woody will be gone. I'm not doing that. And the way I continue to see all these things dropping left and right, that's what I'm starting to see. And I have a cap of what I'm going to spend, just like every single person here has a cap too. There's comes a point where, unless you're Ronaldo or Lee God, to where it's still pocket change. But yeah.
I mean, so Bryce is right. Like when the VIPs just tell you get your people to play, that's ridiculous. I mean, forget about spending. You can't even get people to log in.
Yeah.
So it's not a real answer. I would just say, like, look at the events they're releasing. When's the last time they released a nation event? They don't do it. Everything's alliance focused. And I joined the game to play GC and Void, or that's what we played when I joined, whatever, however you want to put it. I think we have a little bit of bias on this podcast too. Like, I love hearing what League God, Big Bird, what these guys, I mean, obviously Woody, what everybody who's been playing for a while says. Like, Goat's great too. But where's the lead God or Big Bird from Nation 1000 or 1100 or 1200? Like, I bet if, I don't even know who it is. What is it, 1038? That's the top of Polar. But look at the Polar rankings and ask yourself if they're making the wrong business choices. Like, those Polar rankings are filled with young nations that are excited about this event, which I bet you is more profitable than GC anyways, because nobody's saying we can't win, so fuck it.
That's a good look at it, honestly. The older back in the days, all the events were nation oriented, and now, like you said, it's not nation. It's all about the alliance.
And these younger nations are full of casual players, and Camel wants that money, even if it's a trickle. And then people like us, you and I, Woody, we get frustrated, and we're like, yo, we need a merge. We don't even have 100 active people in our alliance, much less our nation. And then now Camel can just be like, yo, focus on your alliance. Who cares about the third, fourth, fifth, whatever? Just focus on your alliance. You can win Polar. You can win whatever this new event will be. Don't worry about merges. Don't worry about the second alliance. You don't even have to burn them out. Let them spend $5 a year.
Damn.
$5. $5.
Yeah, I mean, for them, from the investor perspective, though, that's a number that looks good, right? How many active spenders do you have? Well, annually we have this many. Somebody that throws in $5 makes that business look more attractive to invest in.
I mean, you're not wrong. Let's say you got 2 million people that spend $5 in a year. I mean, that's a lot of money. Um,
I just think they're going in a direction whether we like it or not, and we kind of just have to adapt. I mean, I already told my alliance, don't even worry about nation events. Let's just play Polar. Let's play Elite Wars. We'll play this new thing if it's an alliance event. Like, I'm tired of trying to convince people that don't even want to log in that they should unify in the top alliance. It's like, why would I? I didn't join this game to become an HR manager. I just want to have a strong alliance and kill some cities.
Facts. You're not wrong.
Amen. Amen.
Well, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm gonna test. I'm gonna test out the new event if it doesn't get crashed. Flagged down. I'll test it out. I'll go hard once, um, but if I don't like it, I'm not doing it. And I think that's probably what's going to happen is people are going to test it out once, and if they like it, they'll do it. But if they don't like it, they're just not going to show up anymore to it. Kind of like how it's going on at GC.
I think that's going to be true too. And if you look at the events, they're also catering to different type of players. Like, I'm definitely not going to say any names, but if you're in a nation of farmers and you have a max city, Iron Blood is your event.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is.
I think they're just trying to diversify.
I hate Iron Blood. You can.
People go hard, man. People be dropping $100 nukes. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people, man?
Dude, I got nuked 3 times in a row during Iron Blood. I'm like, dude, did you just drop $300 within 2 minutes?
You got no gold. Like, you got no fucking gold from that.
Well, here's the kicker: the people that nuked me were 34s. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I fucking hate you, Woody, but I can kill your troops this way.
Can't beat you, but I can kill them this way. I don't know, like that $300 could have got you quite a bit. I did nuke you, J-Dog. Sorry. I had a couple extra nukes. I'm like, I'm gonna just do it. My bad.
I nuked Beast a couple times. I mean, it's fun to screw around in that event, but I'm with you guys. I don't play Iron Blood either.
Yeah, it's the only good thing about it is the merit and the decoration building. That's about it. Where you can have more troops. Yeah, that's other than that. I mean, it's fun to where you can 0 out of 41. Yeah, you got that record, that battle record. But I mean, in reality, what could you put all that money into your city and started boosting where you are? Kind of like Triangle War and DLD as well. You know, like the stuff that you put into there, you could have put in your city and been a lot more strong than you are now.
You know what we haven't said too is obviously Ironblood replaced Chaos Land.
It
So
did.
to think the Camel's not doing the same thing now with another event seems a bit naive.
You do got a very good point there. You do got a very good point. And I think, matter of fact, I think we also talked about that a year ago. Is that there might be some events that come in and replaces other events, like older events, like GC. GC is not what it is. Like literally, you guys have seen me live. I can barely get 20 people to go into GC, a final. Barely 20 people. Like, come on. But in Elite War, we'll have like 70. I guarantee you that in a half hour.
So to the point of them possibly like replacing these events, like GC and Elite War don't have items in it, and they tried to put items in GC a long time ago, and the community just backlashed at them. But stuff like Elite War and GC, a lot of nations that compete in that are, just they're not doing really much extra spending because there's no items. They have their alliance and nations save gold and speeds and heals for stuff to push for GC. Whereas in like a event like Polar, we just played a guy and he dropped like 2.5k on just Polar gems alone. So they can make more money there when events have items.
Well, here's the thing: is like those items, they're good one time, right? But when everyone else says, "Nah, fuck this," now you don't got activity in it. So you got these whales buying all these items for no one to show up. Kind of like how Ironblood is, when all those items came out, people started just saying, "I'm not going to show up anymore. It's not even worth it." Except for the 34s, they love that. They love that stuff. I don't know why. I mean, I do like the whole bubble breaker. I do like that, and I think that they should introduce that, not Void, but in Frenzy. I think they should put that in Frenzy. But, but yeah, I don't know. I think.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think everybody remembers this. I can't remember if it was a in-game message we all got or part of some update, but I remember Camel actually telling the whole community that, hey, we're gonna be coming out with more new events and stuff like that. Like they did warn us. I just can't remember. It was sometime last year. So they are doing what they're saying, but I think what the community is just telling, we're okay with that. But hey, just try to not fall behind on mergers.
Well, I mean,
That's all.
they also said that they were going to be merging more often when they went from three nation down to two nation, and so far they iced that. Like it's like even my VIP says they don't even know when the next merge is going to be. Like, and when a VIP says that they don't know, like they're clueless about it. That should say something. Like they don't know what's going to happen.
Is it like a lot of work or something to merge
I
nations?
don't
Is that
know. I don't know. I think the fucking guy that, honestly, my opinion is the guy got fired. The guy that kept merged people got fired. Let's be real. I think dude got fired. Like made a freaking really strong merge, and they're like, no, dude, you can't do that. Well, I got paid, and well, you're fired. And that's just my opinion, guys. Don't think that actually happened, but that's my opinion. I think dude got fired or someone got fired over it, and they just don't got anyone to do it. But in reality, they have the tools to do merges. I mean, if you think about it, when you make a brand new city, you can move to any nation in the game. So I mean, they have the tools and they can do it. They just haven't. And I don't understand why they haven't. So many other games that are built like this, they allow it, and and those games are just growing so fast because they allow that.
I mean, Woody, you saw the last merge list, right? Have you ever
Oh,
seen anything like that? They didn't even get a chance to tell their VIP who they might want or not want. It was like, this is who you're getting done. And we all understand it was dead nations.
th-
The average win rate was like below 50%. But that was just crazy. It was just like, This is who you get done by.
There was two nations that were in there, two, we'll just say four, that actually got a decent merge out of it. But other than that, it was trash, garbage, and like just looking at it, every one of them, every one of those nations were in civil war. So they just stuck the civil war people with another civil war people nation. Which what's going to happen then? Now you just killed the nation by doing that. Yeah, people are going to spend to get some more troops and heals, but you're gonna hit that. You're gonna hit the people that literally are not spending anything in the game, and they're gone. You just killed it. Versus put that semi non-spending nation in a nation that does spend, and let them teach them how to really play the game. Because literally, guys, if you think about it, 80% of the game they don't watch us YouTubers. They have no clue. They're just talking and figuring out stuff what other people from older nations say. I used to play an old nation. Listen to me. I know what I'm doing. Like, if we're being real, that's exactly what they're doing. So I
Yeah.
mean, I don't. I can't even say 80% of the people. Literally, probably 8% of the game maybe watches our YouTubes, and that's it.
I mean, if we're assuming Camel has all the data, then they can see how many people are quitting nations and they can see at what level. And then they would have to imply, like, oh, we have a game where people get to C30 or C34 or whatever, and they get tired of egos in other alliances or something like that, or they just get tired of a, I don't know, a dictator or whatever. They may be seeing a pattern of, like, our players keep quitting and going to new nations, and then so they have your device ID, right? So
Yeah.
our players keep going to new nations. That doesn't, well, and then when people leave old nations, then there's less activity. There's no chance necessarily to win events. Maybe you lose some spenders. It definitely seems like a bad pattern from a business perspective. And so it kind of feels like they're trying to get people to stay in their nations instead of constantly saying screw it, which, by the way, of course we say constantly screw it, because you end up with someone in your nation that just SOS and slaughters every day because they got their ego hurt. But if you have alliance only events, you don't really have nation events, then you no longer care about that guy. Like, just go play in the second or third alliance with your big ego. We don't care. We have an alliance event. It doesn't matter.
What happens when Camel decides to yank Void? If we're talking about like alliance events, what if they decide? You know what? Let's just yank Void.
If they yank Void, everyone's like, "Fuck it, let's go Civil War, baby." You know what I mean? Because people love to kill troops. Like,
I mean, remember they changed GC.
They did. They did.
This nation, they don't play nation events. They just do Civil War. Like, they play the game how they think the game is supposed to be played, just killing each other.
Well, you're talking about
I
lock
mean, maybe
nations. Go ahead.
that's even easier for Camel, right? Like, they tried to introduce spending into GC and everyone got upset. So they took the spending out. If they took away Void and just said, you know what, fight in your nation, kill that person in the other alliance with an ego, there would still be troop loss. But I would actually suspect that they just introduce a new troop loss event if they did anything to Void. Like, they still want you to kill troops because then you have to recruit troops.
Correct. That's profitable for them, and I get that. But if they took away Void or any kind of kill event, like such as even Frenzy at that matter, then you're just playing in your nation, and what's gonna happen? Remember when you first started the game, guys? Before you even went up against another nation, it started to get real boring. People started quitting. It would be the same exact thing all over again, except
I
for
think
go ahead.
they would just introduce some new variable that would make the game interesting. Like, I don't think that they're going to do this, but what if every Thursday, instead of the uranium mine being closed, it was actually troop loss?
Oh, or uranium loss.
Yeah. I mean, people would play the uranium mine totally different on Thursdays. It would be Thursday uranium mine Void.
It would. It really would. But they would have to allow more than 3 hits.
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily even. I don't think it's a good idea. I'm sure no one's thinking about that. It was kind of a joke, but they're going to keep troop loss, but they haven't introduced any new alliance events, and it doesn't seem like it fits their business plan to do it either.
They got to do something, and this verse, whatever you want to call it, is not it. And I'm
Powers and void.
dude, guys, everything I'm saying here is totally going against what I should be saying. But I'm literally stating my opinion about what's going on with this new event. I'm gonna try it once for you guys to see. I'll go hard. But after that, if I don't like it, I'm not doing it. Like, I'd rather stick to Elite War. At least I know that if I can kill him in 5 minutes, it's not gonna cost me 500,000 gold. Speeding around.
You'll stick with Elite Wars until they start reducing it like Chaos Land, and then
Yeah.
you'll have to figure it out.
Woody's underneath a bubble. He lives under a bubble now. Nah,
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop devil's advocating. I'm sorry, Woody.
No, it's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay.
I mean,
I mean,
Woody. I mean, if people are not fighting in void anymore, like they do at Frenzy, bring some powers in void or something. Like make people have to fight.
well, we've had this conversation. It's where like maybe a bubble, they can only use 8 hour bubbles, and then they have to either do something
Hmm.
to where the bubble drops. If you're sleeping, you're getting zeroed out, so on and so forth. I mean, we've talked about that, but in a business aspect, that's not good. Because then how many people drop bubbles now? Imagine that. Imagine people only using 8 hours. It's just going to be chaos. Like, game would be done.
Yeah, people can quit.
Oh, it'd be done. Like, if you think about it, 80% of the people that get zeroed out quit the game.
I mean,
when I'm saying zeroed out, I'm not talking about like got hit, and they gotta wear a band-aid. I'm talking about like 5 dicks, 10 dicks, no more resources. They're done. They're not starting over.
yeah, but if every event only allows you to have 2 million troops or 1 million troops, who even cares? Like you get zeroed out and you're like, all right, cool. I'll have my 2 million troops in a month, whatever.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, but how would they reimburse the 20 other million troops I have?
If every event has a max that you can enter, what do you even care about how many troops you have, man?
I guess the heals at that point. The
God, the heals hurt.
Dude, those.
T13s are disgusting.
Dude, I only got 25 days of heals.
I really don't like. Even if you are a whale, like T14s, if it ever does happen, I just can't imagine trying to heal those troops. Like,
Definitely not play the same way right now, I'll tell you that. You'd be more thinking about not doing 5 dicks.
I mean, if you got a big team, right? I mean, your T14s most likely are not going to die. You're not going to have to heal nothing. But when you're out there fighting by yourself, yeah, it's going to suck.
No, what it is when you start fighting other we'll just say 44s. Dude, like I'll fight a 39 and I'd be okay with that. But when you start fighting other monsters at your same level, that's when it gets real expensive for that monster. Like that whale is like a hit's like 60 days, guys. Like it's not like a 10 day heal. No, it's like 60 days for 250,000 troops. It's not cheap. Not to mention the void potions.
Yeah, I agree. And I think some players just play till their troops are gone, and then they're like, "All right, guys, I'm done."
Oh, that's what I do in Frenzy. If I run out of troops, that's it. I'm done. If I run out of troops, I mean I play pretty hard.
That is true.
But I got 108,000 void potions left, which ain't much.
No, that's one. That's not even maybe not even a fleet of T13s.
No, dude, that's like 30,000 troops, if that. If I'm lucky.
You got to be like Holbrook and start fighting with like T7s, like he said. I'm like, I don't need my T13s for this anymore.
Oh no.
I'm telling you, T7s, you can recruit them without minerals. They're great troops to throw away.
I did recruit some T4s and T1s and stuff like
And
that.
you don't, because your stats are so good, and you don't really leak points, and you're killing higher level troops, so you're already winning there.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Stop telling everyone, Bryce.
You're not wrong. But so altogether, what's your guys' thoughts about this new event?
Until I play it, I have no comment yet.
It's hard. I know it's hard to even say anything until we play it. But if anyone's in here that played it, anyone in here that played it, I would like to have your guys' output and of like what you guys think, because we're all just people sitting on the sideline looking in right now. So if we have someone in here that actually played it, like, was it fun? Did you enjoy it, or was it something that you wish you didn't do? I don't think there's anyone in here.
I'm sorry, I missed the beginning. Is it literally just Elite War with these new troop limit rules and some new purchases you can make?
So
It's literally Elite War and Polar together.
so you can't attack the city, right? So
Right.
you're racing around for 50 minutes, speeding around, attacking towers, getting points, healing your troops, so on and so forth. So there is no hurry up quickly speed to the enemy tower and try to burn them all and end it in 3 minutes. No, you're there 50 minutes straight.
Which is again good for the business because we know a lot of these companies measure how much time someone's online, but also if your whale shows up 10 minutes late to this event, they can still play. If you're already dead in Elite Wars, they miss that revenue.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
I just think they're making all of these business decisions. And let's be honest, anybody who's listening to this podcast is probably addicted enough to the game that they're going to play this event.
Oh, you're probably right. You're probably right. It would just be like, what event am I not going to play now?
I mean, if you get 1,000 merit, I'm in.
I wish somebody was here to speak. I don't want to speak for them, but the best I can do is pass along what I read before from 779, which is they literally don't play Elite War. I mean, maybe it's changed. This information's 2 months old probably, but they don't play Elite War and they're top 10 in Polar. I think that's the direction a lot of nations are going.
So right here, this is a person that gave me the videos, Skull, but I can't pronounce the name. They said I think it would be much more uh, lucrative if they could invade bases. Smaller players can beef up like Polar. Well, let me ask you, since you were in there, um, did everyone have T-13s, or was it the troops that you have? Skull. Everyone gets T-12 troops. Even the 41s, like such as myself, I would have to be stuck with T-12s. Please don't say that.
Well, you would bring your 13s. Like maybe that's their compromise is Woody can bring his 13s because he's 41 and everybody gets 12s.
Well, I mean, if they're saying everyone gets 12s, does that mean that even the 41s get 12s?
I'm sure you can bring your own
okay.
troops.
No, they said everyone got T-13s. Fuck. Man.
I'm telling you, I think this is just an evolution of Elite War, and they're going to retire Elite War.
Oh, boy. Fun.
If that's true, bye 219 and being number one in the Elite War for like forever.
Well, how would they adjust the ranking system then? If all these players, I don't even got a picture to show it.
Just even look at the screens from the screenshots that you have. They're very polar. It's seasons and it's levels.
Yeah.
And so you can win everything without having to face a 219, and you can feel good about your nation, so you don't have to quit.
I'm looking at trying to find the rules. I wish I had.
mean, a lot of people don't like Polar, but I mean, in 908, we enjoy Polar. We bring the numbers, we have fun, we got good strategy, everyone gets their merit.
I mean, Polar. Okay, let's be real. Polar it is fun. Okay, guys, it is fun. We all know it is. It's just the expense to play and be competitive. That's what gets people to not wanting to play it because it is not cheap. Period. It's not cheap.
I mean, Woody, I use more heals and speeds in 2 rounds of GC than I probably do in like 3 to 4 rounds of Polar. Like GC is retarded. It's retarded.
I free played Polar last season, and we won 5 and lost 1 or something like that. I know we lost 1 and won the rest.
So
It's expensive if you heal a lot, but it doesn't have to be. You can still win most of the time without healing. And I agree completely with Bryce. I spend way more in GC.
GC, yeah, I've gone through over 1 million before in GC. So right here, how are they rank? How are they going to rank these 7 alliances that are in the sky, or the 6 that are in the scarce light empire? Like, is everyone just going to be ranked number 1? And then when it comes and then come next season, they're obviously going to be different alliances. So how is the ranking system gonna work?
I don't know, but I just assume it's like Polar. The whole Polar ranking system encourages people to feel good about their nation, even if they're not the best in the game, which is the opposite of Elite War, obviously.
It's the opposite of the game. Well, it looks like you guys are going to be seeing me play Elite War. Because it starts in literally less than 18 minutes. And I guess we'll check out who they are. 756, dead or alive. We'll go ahead and...
They bring some numbers, Woody.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think they had almost like 90 people against us.
Jesus. 90 people?
Yeah, they really wanted revenge on us, but sorry, we didn't give it to them.
Let's see what they got. They got 441s. 139, 38s. Okay. How strong are these guys? Okay. So they got 5 gold, 6, 7, 7 gold platings. Okay. Now, were they speeders?
So Woody, in Elite War, you can challenge people within a 50 nation ranking span?
I'm assuming because they challenged us. I think. Let me double check.
I don't
no,
like
we
that.
challenged them.
Camo,
we challenged them.
I definitely don't like that. I think Camo should narrow that window maybe down to like a 30 nation span.
Maybe.
That's just personally my opinion, because we just got challenged from 7-Eleven, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, come on, man.
Well,
you know what I mean? I don't know.
They're at 119. They're at rank 119. We're at 57. So I mean, that's like 60 or almost 70 nation difference. But if they win, the points that they're gonna get is gonna be huge.
Massive.
It's gonna be massive. It's gonna jump them up probably in the rank 100, and us we'll drop down to like rank 63 or 60, 64 or 65. This should be interesting. 15 minutes. One thing I do like about Elite War is that you don't have to use those freaking expansions. The fleet expansions, I do like that. Jeez, we got freaking... How many days till Frenzy starts? Is it 2 days or 1 day?
Less than 2 days.
Anyone know anything about 575? Did he fight? I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to use my Aeon or not right now. That's what I'm trying to figure out. If I'm going to use my Aeon right now, or if I'm going to keep it for Frenzy.
Don't activate it. You'll know within the first couple minutes whether you need it.
Do you ever need it when you're facing a Lock Nation?
No. No, we've only faced one lock nation. That was 722. That is it. And I've been playing in here for almost 3 years. So this will be our
And
second
lock
lock. This will
and
be our
lock nations just do not bubble. Like if you go right at the beginning of reset, there's usually a bunch of cities just looking pretty.
looking pretty, huh?
Mm-hmm. The last time we challenged the Lock Nation, Woody, we went in there and there were like 50 unbubbled cities, and I was like, guys, F the towers. You know what I mean? Just go. Just get
F the
everything.
towers. F the towers. I like that.
Why is there no lock nation that's strong like 425, 621, 385, whatever?
I mean, the 722 is
There
pretty
are.
strong. Yeah, 722 strong. Was it 558, 555? There's some strong ones. The ones that you're seeing up here, like 575, they just haven't got merged enough to get strong.
That and they don't play kill events. They're not kill event nations.
Ronaldo does. Ronaldo, he plays kill events. You want to stay out of his way.
I mean, he probably plays it because no one's touching him, so he's just like, I won't have to worry.
I think the lack of merges is going to hurt the locked nations more. The way 457 rose, and then the way 555 rose to power is like 457 was double merged with 9 nations before we had our first merger.
Yeah.
And so by accelerating merges for the locked nations, for whatever reason, I'm not commenting on that, but for whatever reason that they accelerated merges, that's what created super locked nations, or at least put them on parity with some of the strongest unlocked nations. And the lack of mergers will hurt the locked nations more. And but I think that Camel recognizes that if they're going to stop mergers for everyone, they're not going to be able to do the extra mergers for locked nations.
But are they? Have they stopped them? Has anyone been keeping
Be-
eyeing
Besides
them?
the new lock nations, a lot of the ones have not gotten mergers. That's the thing that's interesting too. I think the last Lock Nation mergers was the ones that was all, I think Woody did it, was like all in the 11, 1200s.
Yeah, right around there.
But
Yeah.
none of the 900s, the 800s, 700 Lock Nations got merged, and they haven't all got merged for a long time. That is one interesting thing. They
Big
must
Bird's
all must be due for one. I'm assuming the next merge list, they're probably all getting one.
I don't even know if there's gonna be one, guys. If we're being real.
Big Bird's got a great point, but if they stop merges completely, then every new nation would just be unmerged, and so maybe the Chinese nations that share a time zone and a language would have an advantage over over an unmerged nation that's worldwide.
See, I think if they stop merging altogether, it would just kill the game. People would just leave. They would have no reason to stay.
Correct. They're going to do merges. We just don't know what's taking them so long. Let's just be realistic. Like, I'm pretty sure after GC, there's going to be a fat merge list.
I'm telling you, someone got fired, man. Merge guy got fired. I swear to God. That's
I hope you're right, but I do not share your confidence.
You guys are assuming that Camel cares more about the old nations, or at least equally about the old nations versus the new ones. And if you looked at activity and spend, I bet that doesn't line up. Like, I kind of wonder if Camel's just like, you're not getting merged. Your nation is going to stay like that. Go ahead and quit or start in a new nation where we figured out parity. And that's our business model. Like, I wonder what the ratio of overall active users is that are in nations 600 and below.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah,
I think that not only do they not care equally, they care less about the old nations. But I think that at a certain point, we're all going to be old nations. So we should be caring about the problems or issues that are being faced by those nations now and try and course correct now, because eventually we will be in their situation.
You're not wrong on that either. Like the way I see it is this. Let's say they do merge these ancient nations, right? And I know that they want it, and I know they're going to be pissed when they hear what I say. But um, let's say they do merge them, right? Who are they going to merge them with? And then after that, when they do merge them, who are they going to fight them up against? So the biggest complaint that why the ancient nations want to merge is they're sick of fighting the same people. Okay, so you merge them up together. They're still going to fight the same people now, but just
Yep.
with an extra nation. And then what happens? You got these newer nations that eventually will match up because if I'm being matched up with 616 that has six nations worth, and I only got two of players, I guarantee you they're going to match them up with someone else like that eventually. And then what happens? Now you got a whole globe that quit the game versus a very few nations worth.
Merge the first 5 globes all together and then tell them that's it. You're done. Go fight each other now to the end.
But I mean, they're really already doing that. Like literally,
Yeah.
they're literally seeing each other over and over again. I feel bad for them because they were the stepping stones to this game. They figured out the game, and everyone else just took the words and yeah, the wisdom. Like you want to talk about spending money, they spent the money. They spent the most money because they had to spend money when they made mistakes, and then they had to respend it to fix it. Now, with that being said, they didn't have the planes, they didn't have the equipment back then when they were doing all that. So, but I mean, if anyone's ever switched over from long range to mid range, you know that grind, you know that spend to get that, and it's not cheap. Vice versa.
Let's pretend that you were trying to be the best in polar right now.
Lord.
And you're in. It doesn't matter what nation. Again, I'm making up numbers. I don't even know if nation 1, 2, 3, 4 is. I don't know anything about them. But your nation 1, 2, 3, 4. Polar is the event you care about the most. You get to the top tier. You're not number one in the game, but you're in the top tier. So you have the top statue, whatever it is. I have no idea what it is. But at that point, are you upset that you're not number one? Or are you like, listen, we're in the top tier. 621 is older than us and they're ranked higher than us, but who cares? We're in the top tier. We know that we came later than 621, so we're not upset that 621 is ranked 3 and we're ranked 7 because we're all in the top tier. I don't think that you would be mad. So that takes away this need we all have to fight with everyone, because then at that point you're like, I'm nation 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't care about 621. We're still in the top tier. We're kind of number one tier, and that's good enough. And then if you think about Void, it's not like they publish those rankings, and they do publish Elite War ranking. But if they don't publish ranking for this new thing, then the only ranking that's published is Polar, and you're not likely to be upset if you're in the top grouping. Maybe that is their long-term strategy of just let's let the old nations and the new nations play together, and everyone can feel like they're number one. Everyone gets their number one trophy if they're in the top tier, and then it doesn't matter about parity anymore.
Participation award kind of deal.
I mean, I don't love it, but it does seem like they're trying to come up with a sustainable way where a brand new nation can feel like they have a chance. Like a brand new nation today has zero chance of ever being in the top 10 of Elite War. Whatever, for 5 years.
Yeah, for a long, long, long time.
But I think the number one nation in Polar is 1038 or something. Someone should correct me because whoever's number one, I guess, deserves it.
No, you're right.
1068.
It's
1086.
I thought it was 1086.
We'll look right now.
Yeah.
We'll look right now. Rank.
And to be honest with you guys,
1086. 1086.
Yeah.
they're not as strong as you think they are. They are up there for a reason.
But they're number one. Their players probably aren't going, boy, I want to quit this game. It's not fair. I can never compete with 621. They're like, look, we're number one. We're happy.
Yeah, correct. That is absolutely correct. But I'm just saying they're up there because they're not challenging some of the nations that some of us other guys have to challenge. So that does probably make them enjoy the event even more.
Well, actually, you know what? I went up against one of the newer nations in 1,000, and they came with so many people. Like, they were so active that they gave us a hard time. I mean, like a real hard time.
We played that number 1 alliance. They killed us.
They just come with so many people.
That's right. It's also an event that the older players don't really care about, so they don't learn how to play it as effectively as they could. And in the new nation, especially like again from what I heard in 779, which we also played and they murdered us, they have a great strategy. I mean, basically we played them, they murdered us, and I was like, okay, that's how we play now.
Yeah, they do have a good
and we
strategy.
And we know 779 hasn't merged.
Well, they focus on that event only. Marcus Spencer says every Thursday 8-hour ports to another nation that would be fun. Oh, here they come! Look, they're coming. They're coming deep.
Yep, they're gonna roll in deep, Woody.
Mm-hmm. How many do we have online? Oh well, 9. The fuck? 9? Is that it? 9? This could be interesting. This is gonna be like the freaking Super Bowl for them. Watch. Well, we got 11. I don't even know what the true number is because I logged back out, then logged back in. But I know what I gotta do. I wonder how many of them are in this chat listening in. Guys, Woody's live. Listen to where he's gonna go. I'm gonna start saying I'm gonna go to 4 when I'm really going to 8, just to throw them off. Just to throw them off. But after this, guys, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed right after this. Like, I should have already been sleeping. Alright, so do we have... Alright, we got Drunken Tiger in here. We got me in here. Is K in here? Obeid's in here. Jeez. Alright, K's not in here yet. Look at the numbers. Jesus Christ. No one's counting either.
I always think too that if they just give better rewards for more events, I feel like they can encourage more participation. Some people just don't show up because there's just no beneficial rewards.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, merit only goes for so long. Like a lot of younger nations or a lot of these smaller cities, merit is huge for them, so they do show up. Versus people that are decently, kind of like where I got Brigadier. I don't care about the merit. I mean, yeah, I'll eventually get there, but I mean, I'm not gonna freaking go buck wild just to get merit. Sorry.
Yep.
That's if I can.
Like, that's really why I like Polar. The rewards are fantastic.
This should be fun. 25 seconds left. We got 32 people. That ain't good. What do you mean 9 people? Psycho, what are you talking about? 9 people. We got 35 people. He says we got 9. 10 seconds. You guys gonna watch it? You guys gonna watch us get our asses kicked? Watch. There we go. What they gonna do? Where are they going? Where are they going? I'm going up top. Let's see if they go up top.
I messaged my friend. He should be in the city now.
What's that?
I messaged my friend. He should be active in Elite War for you.
All right, cool. Yeah, he's there. He's there. Oh, K's here too. Cool. What do they got in here? 4.9. There they go, tag teaming me. It's gonna be expensive Elite War, guys. Ooh, that one hurt. That one hurt. That one hurt. Okay, get in there. There you go, okay. Ooh, not enough. Am I fucking gonna eat? No. I was gonna say, there's no way I'm eating that. It sure is a long battle, though.
You probably did eat a lot.
Oh, I'm sure I did. Time to cut him off.
Let's see that report, Woody.
1.9. Alright, that's enough to eat him. At least we're eating them. But look at the line they have already still. Jeez. We'll go back and re-up. I really didn't lose that many troops on that one either. We're gonna wait and see where they go. Yeah, I'm gonna follow him. Try to. Here comes Longsword. All the 41s are in. It's a good battle. It's a long ass line though. Long ass line.
It looks like a bunch of your guys finally showed up, though.
Yeah, yeah. Some of them did. But they got a lot more. They got a lot more. Man, that's gonna be a big battle. Battle report. I don't even know how much I killed. I'm gonna once I get troops back in, I'm gonna check it out. Second, I thought it was glitched. I was like, no. All right, let's check out this report, dude. They came with 60 man. Killed a lot of troops though. They came with 60 something deep. Ooh. Fuck it, I'm going for it. Gonna hurt. Gonna hurt. Give us enough time for this kill squad to get up there. Jeez. Those long ass battles for two people. What do you think?
Yeah, these guys are tough. I mean, both times we beat them, it was all the way to the end, and we won by the bases.
I'm sure that's the way it's gonna be again.
Yeah, I give them credit, man. They show up in numbers. If they can catch up in strength, they would be pretty scary nation in Elite War. hate when it does that too.
Right? Here they come. Imagine how many heals they're using. Ooh. 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 That hurt. I might have to start adjusting. Yep, I gotta start adjusting. Okay, that's fine. Um, lock that in and that'll do. Whatever. I'm literally just out to make them heal. These. I don't even know how many we have.
Not enough.
Definitely not enough. They got
Not
60,
enough.
70 people. .1 in there. Oof. See the name? See the name? You see that name? There's their 41s coming after me.
They're shadowing you. They're shadowing
No, I
you.
know they are. I'm keeping their 41s busy at bay. Now we're gonna go fucking like this. Like I got plenty of troops. I'm not worried about that. They'll run out of troops way before I will.
Nice. I tell you, Frail's breakthrough was a game changer.
Yeah. So is Emily's breakthrough, man.
I hope they unlock it this coming Tuesday.
Right.
I still got plenty of troops too.
Bryce, you could. There's limited time packs right now, man. You can spend $100 and get 7 frags or whatever it is.
No, I'm smart. I just wait till she's on that daily.
I think you get 1 frag for 99 cents for the first pack in limited.
Yeah.
I literally just unlocked her full fit star this past Tuesday by just being patient, and everybody else is only on the level 3 breakthrough. So I saved $500 to $1,000 by waiting.
I mean, I was definitely kidding. You're definitely correct.
Trust me, I used to fall for it. I don't fall for camel stuff anymore. When something new comes out, I'm like, yeah, I'll buy 1 or 2 and then just wait for them to come out on the daily.
This is definitely a hard one, guys.
Yeah, I told you these guys come with numbers.
Let's see what some of these reports are. It's not bad.
But you're honestly doing pretty damn good, Woody. And they're literally almost double your guys' participation right now.
Time to make a fleet. Alright, so we're gonna go with more shredders. We'll go there and lock that in for number 6. The fuck was that? Use 1 gold streak? Did you see that?
Cool.
I don't know what the hell that was. Right there. You seen that?
That's the new event, Woody.
Doubtful. Go ahead, Long
No, it's
Sword.
not. No. They launched something this morning, didn't they? They launched a new thing this morning that you spend gold on speed ups, and it gives you these little meat that you feed some fucking dino.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's what that is.
Oh, that makes complete sense now.
Gee, there's a lot of them.
Like a bunch of cockroaches coming out of the gutter.
By the way, Woody, your boy, your favorite person from 700, remember him?
Yeah.
Lord G.
Yeah.
He just finished. He managed to get himself a nice C38 over in 30. They just finished the event as well.
Really?
Wasteland.
Yeah. In Nation 30?
He said it's in Nation 30. He just shared a couple of videos on our Bible group. He said it's French, so the translation is a bit shit on the in-game, but he said it's no. Basically, it sounds like he's saying it's shit.
Yeah, it's no joke down there.
So we've got it, and we've got our neighboring nation, 7-Eleven. So we got Cowboy later on tonight.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah. I managed to quit the game a couple of weeks ago. Saw this event come through and thought, let me give it a go. Now I'm thinking, yeah, fuck that. I'm not gonna waste my gold or my speed ups on that shit. If what Lord G is saying is true, it's just, it's especially against 7-Eleven. Cowboy alone, his city alone will just walk through us.
Yeah, his city's very strong. Very, very strong. All right, we're gonna go with. Anyone see if how many people they got here with Lieutenant Dan? I might not be able to beat you, but I guarantee I'll keep you in your own freaking area. I had no chance whatsoever. Why are you guys still way back here? Should have been moving forward. I can only imagine how many heals they're using. Hmm. 20 minutes left. 20 minutes left. No, I'm gonna go to full screen just so everyone else can see. Right about now. I mean, if they want to continue to play down here the whole time, I see what they're doing.
I wasn't sure if you were getting it. You awake?
They might be running out of troops, honestly.
I mean, you would think so, but they must be healing.
That's a lot of heals. That's a lot of heals.
Jeez, look at them coming out of that base. Go for it, go for it, go for it. Oh, damn, they still have a shit ton in the base, too.
Yeah, they do. Jeez.
Dude, they had a lot in Battle 13, too, though. That's what's crazy.
I know.
Holy shit.
But they're all returning now. If they were smart, they would have stayed there. Here I come again.
Damn, still 16 minutes. I feel like the league would have been forever, yeah?
Yeah, I know, right? Ooh, 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 ooh. Fighting my axemen. That's what they're fighting. My axemen. Um, we're at 10,000 here. Who's up here?
It's just what I was going to say.
Hmm. Gotcha, Nico. 13 minutes left. Oh yeah, she ain't doing anything. She ain't doing anything.
Up top.
I know. I see it. I see it.
Did you already stream the new event?
Yeah, we did.
All right, I'll go back on YouTube and watch it.
Dang. I don't even know how many they got there.
Barry, it's pretty much like Elite War and Polar combined together.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Is it any good?
Yeah.
I'm like watching a little bit now. It does look a little bit like Elite Wars. Was it actually like two alliances in one, like facing another two alliances in one?
Nope, it's 1 versus 1.
Oh, that's so it's just basically Polar and Elite War then.
Yep, gay. Like happy.
No, gay, just gay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, that's I'm watching it now. It's not so. It literally just looks like Elite Wars, like all together. Like,
Yep. Just with Polar and strongholds and with items.
oh, I see it now. All right, so I was looking at the actual Elite War. LOL. Oh, this looks stupid. You can, but it's Elite Wars with Polar items.
And you can't attack. There is no enemy base. You have to hold the strongholds to win.
Oh hell no! They better not replace Elite Wars with this.
Kind of
I will
sound.
be.
Get ready for it, Barry. It's
I will
coming.
be livid. I will be so fucking livid.
It's coming, Barry. Get ready for it. Set your YouTube channel up for it. You got a new expertise.
No, no. Absolutely not. I roasted global when they try to add Polar items to global. I've been taking the hell out of that.
I remember that too.
Yeah, I was not happy. They still owe me stuff for those Polar those global items. And you can only bring 1,000 troops. Yeah, that's brutal.
I know, right?
And the parachute thing is even more wreck. Whales are just gonna be parachuting to towers.
Let's see if we can get it. I don't think no. No. No.
Even if you don't, at least you holding them back, and you guys just got to push forward.
Yep.
Who are you playing in Elite War?
They got
DOA?
yeah, they got like 70 people, 80 maybe by now.
Yeah, what you guys should have did is you guys should have stayed at 9. 11. Was at 12 and 10. Should have stayed right around those and just went back and forth and just locked them in that tower.
Well, they came out with 70 people. We have, but yeah, I know what you mean.
How many people you guys got right now?
Not that many.
Like half theirs.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, what are you gonna have to fly down there and stop them from coming out that tower?
Oh, I plan on it.
I hate that shit. Oh, they already got out. Oh, he stayed on defense.
Leland and I are going out
Where you guys going?
to the movies at my grandparents.
To the movies. Okay. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, fuck that up right there. Do you have any other big guys on?
K's on.
Tell K to
He's in battle too.
just tell him to hold their wheels. Like you guys find their wheels and just hold the wheels. If they have any big cities.
Oh, they got 441s.
Oh yeah, so you guys gotta hold off the 41s while your main core. Yep, and this one of them just came in to kill you.
Yep.
It's gonna be a tough one.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah, you may not get this one. God damn. Nah. Nike. 6. How's 7 looking? How's the battle at 7 looking?
We're gonna win
How's
it.
7 coming? Alright, you're gonna push forward.
No, I'm gonna go back to base.
They made the push a little too early. If they were smart, they could have waited a little bit longer.
Yeah, I would have pushed and killed a little more of their people before I went back to go stop these guys. Because your guys can spread out right there at the top and kill that. Go. Let me see the bottom right. Okay. Yeah, go for help them out.
Yep.
Tell us
I don't know
small.
why those other guys didn't push forward. They didn't need to push backwards. You
Yeah,
could have
that
cleaned
was-
up. You could have cleaned up the back as they pushed forward.
And at that, they're doing it very slowly.
Yeah. That's not
The
bueno.
last few minutes is everyone's got to be speeding.
Yeah, go stop
I usually tell our previous
11.
players
If they don't
always
move by
push
2
forward.
minutes, if they don't move by 2 minutes at 11, stop 11. I would probably stop them anyways. You might be good there at 11, 7.
K is going up top.
Good. Tell K to stop 11.
He's trying to win this one back.
Nah, I would have stopped 11.
I'm gonna stop as soon as I get out, or I'll stop this guy right here.
It's still so much time. Like they spread out so early.
I'm gonna have to
Too
stop.
early.
I'm gonna have to stop these guys down here.
I don't start spreading out till like 2 minutes. Fuck that noise. I'll leave the main core walk in the middle so they're stressed out and they're wondering why the fuck the main core's walk in the middle still. What nation number is this that the DOA is?
756. They got me
Wow.
locked in.
Yeah, they're trying to hold you
Yeah.
from doing anything because 6, they're about to try to take 6 off.
Couldn't you retreat?
No, there's like 8 other people in there.
Oh.
All right, now get out of there, Woody. Yep.
Whew.
Here comes their bigs.
Oh man, this is gonna be fucking close.
Yeah, it's gonna be a real tight one. I would push 11. Actually 10. Goal is to stop them from being able to push a little bit forward and steal easy ones.
They just stole this one.
Yeah, that's fine. So now you just have one person to stay in 10 and you go 9 or 11.
1 minute, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Still so much time.
Mm-hmm.
Your folks in the back need to push forward, though.
You might have this stuff. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Stop it, kids. Sorry, guys.
30 seconds.
Yeah, they got me. They got me locked
Yeah.
in.
Good.
That's good though. That's good because that means they're still.
It's game
Yeah.
over. They lost. They lost on the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You guys
Good
got
job.
it.
Yeah.
15 seconds.
I got them all held up.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell's K?
That's game over. GG.
I don't know where
Good
K
game,
is.
girl.
I think K might be down here.
It don't matter. It's game.
Yeah, it's game.
Yeah.
Good
GG.
luck. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta kind of just stick it out around the backsides and find their weekends. Let their whales try to push forward, but find their weekends and take them out. And then they're slow, so it takes them a while to come out of base.
I don't even want to see how much gold I just went through.
Yeah, probably.
Now we have to look.
Like 200,
Yeah.
probably. Probably like 200.
You're at 337K. I would say you probably went through like maybe about like 280.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. I was close to a mil, so about 200. Not bad.
That's not bad.
Not bad. I want to see what I point wise.
You got 93 point. Oh yeah, you got 337K.
Not bad.
Ain't
Their
bad.
bigs not really speeding around like that, so you definitely got lucky there.
Look at number 8.
That Lima guy in swordfish or longsword. These two were speeding around. E-Star was just doing the cutting off, which is good. Which is exactly what you want to do. He was doing cutting the. Man, how many people did they have? They had a lot. They had a lot. Oh, 6 days we got 670 old school. I think we beat them. Or maybe not. I don't know. That was before they merged. So that puts us in ranking. What rank were we? 57. So we didn't even move. But that wasn't bad. That wasn't too bad. Still a lot of you in here. Jeez.
Friday.
But you all know what time it is. It's time for me to go to bed now. So I'm going to stream. You guys all have a good one.
Take it easy.